It starts as a twitch, then it tightens like a knot pulled deep into your calf, and before you know it, you're awake. It's 2:17 in the morning, and your leg is in full spasm. You reach for the nightstand, fumble to turn on the light, but the pain is already spreading from your foot to your thigh. You try to stretch, try to stand, but the muscle won't let go. And here's the worst part. This isn't the first time. For many seniors, these late-night cramps feel like a curse. They strike randomly, they hurt deeply, and they always return. Maybe you've tried drinking more water. Maybe your doctor recommended magnesium supplements. Maybe you've started stretching before bed. But the cramps still come back. So why does it seem like nothing works? Here's something most people don't realize. The food you eat before bed could be the problem. That's right. Not your age, not your circulation, not even your mattress, but something as simple as what you snack on at 9 or 10 p.m. That innocent little bite before brushing your teeth. It might be silently depleting the minerals in your muscles while you sleep, and that's when the cramps come. You see, your body relies on potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium to keep your muscles relaxed. These minerals must stay in perfect balance, especially at night. But when you eat certain foods too close to bedtime, they disrupt this balance. They may seem harmless. Some even look healthy, like fruit or cereal. But they can cause a rapid drop in key electrolytes after midnight. And that's why the cramps often hit around 2 or 3 a.m. Your muscles simply don't have what they need to stay calm. Now here's the good news. There's a simple way to stop this. You don't need more pills. You don't need expensive therapy. And you definitely don't need to suffer in silence. Because tonight, before you go to sleep, you can choose foods that gently restore your mineral levels, support your nerves and muscles, and help you sleep through the night without pain. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what those foods are. Not only are they delicious and easy to prepare, they work in harmony with your body's natural nighttime repair process. And the best part, you likely already have them in your kitchen. So if you've been waking up in pain, or if you dread going to bed afraid of the next cramp, you're in the right place. Better Health is here to support seniors like you with clear, practical strategies to help you regain your strength, reduce pain, and sleep peacefully again. Before we continue, how did your legs feel when you woke up this morning? If you slept through the night, no cramps, no pain. That's great. Go ahead and leave a quick comment that says, "Slept well today." But if you were tossing and turning, waking up sore stiff, or rubbing your legs in the dark, stay with us. Because in just a few minutes, you'll learn which bedtime food may be secretly triggering your cramps, and the 3 simple alternatives that could change your nights forever. Let's take a closer look. Let's talk about one of the most common evening habits among seniors. You finish dinner early, around 6 or 6:30. By 9 o'clock, your stomach starts rumbling again. You don't want a full meal, just something light. So you head to the kitchen thinking, I'll grab a banana, maybe a few raisins, or a granola bar. Something quick, something healthy. After all, it's fruit. It's natural. It's light. And many doctors do recommend eating a small snack before bed. But here's where things get tricky. That banana you just peeled. If it's very ripe with brown spots, it contains a surge of fast sugars. That small handful of raisins, extremely high in fructose and potassium, concentrated into a sticky package that hits your bloodstream fast. And that granola bar, even the organic ones, often hide added sugars, syrups, or dried fruit concentrates. At first glance, these seem harmless, even helpful. But late at night, your body processes these foods differently. Let's say you eat one around 9:30 p.m. For the first hour, you feel fine, maybe even satisfied. Your stomach settles, and you think, that was the perfect bedtime snack. But underneath the surface, your blood sugar begins to climb. Your pancreas wakes up even though the rest of your body is trying to wind down. It releases insulin to handle the sugar spike, and that's where the trouble begins. Insulin doesn't just lower blood sugar. It also affects your electrolyte balance, especially potassium and magnesium. So when your insulin rises rapidly after a sweet snack, your magnesium levels in the blood can drop, sometimes below the threshold, needed for healthy muscle function. Then comes the chain reaction. Magnesium drops. Calcium starts leaking into muscle cells. Nerve signals misfire. And muscles contract involuntarily right in the middle of deep sleep. That's when you wake up gripping your leg, gasping in pain. And the worst part? You'll likely have no idea it was connected to that healthy bedtime snack. Now, this doesn't mean bananas or raisins are bad foods. During the day, especially after physical activity, they're fine, even helpful. But when you eat them within 2 hours of sleep, your body doesn't have time to properly digest and buffer the sugar. And for people over 60 whose kidneys and mineral reserves are often already taxed, this extra load can tip the balance. That's why we call it the healthy trap, because it feels like you're doing something right. But the timing makes all the difference. And if this is a habit you've been following for months or even years, night cramps might not be a mystery after all. But if you think bananas and dried fruit are the only nighttime culprits, wait until you see what happens with our next food. Because even one innocent-looking bite could silently trigger a 2 a.m. leg lock. So what exactly happens inside your body after that evening snack? Let's say it's 9:45 p.m. You've just finished a small bowl of grapes, a banana, or maybe a granola bar. You brush your teeth, dim the lights, and settle into bed. But as your head hits the pillow, your pancreas is just getting started. Why? Because your snack, though small, was high in natural sugar. Even healthy sugars trigger a response, especially glucose and fructose, which are found in fruits, raisins, and sweetened grains. The body reacts by releasing insulin, a hormone that helps shuttle sugar into your cells for energy. But insulin does more than manage blood sugar. It also impacts how your body regulates minerals, especially magnesium and potassium. Here's where the real trouble starts. As insulin rises, it tells your kidneys to hold on to sodium. And in the process, you lose potassium and magnesium. These are the two minerals most critical for relaxing your muscles at night. Without enough magnesium, your muscle cells stay tense. They can't fully let go. And when potassium drops, your nerve signals become erratic, sometimes firing at the wrong time. The result? Sudden painful muscle contractions, usually in the calf, hamstring, or foot. Most often between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., right when your body enters deep restorative sleep. You might be dreaming peacefully 1 minute and the next, you're jolted awake by a stabbing cramp. You clutch your leg, try to stretch it out, but it won't move. It's locked. The pain is sharp and it lingers. You rub your calf, walk in circles, or drink water in the dark. But the damage is already done. Your body was trying to recover, but instead, it spent its resources managing sugar spikes and mineral crashes. And this doesn't just happen once. Studies show that when magnesium levels are slightly low, even mild sugar intake at night can trigger neuromuscular instability. In one clinical study, older adults who consumed sweetened snacks after 8 p.m. had significantly higher rates of nocturnal leg cramps compared to those who didn't. And in those same individuals, blood tests revealed temporary dips in serum magnesium and potassium within 2 to 3 hours after eating the same window in which cramps were most likely to occur. Another factor, nighttime digestion. As we age, the body's ability to metabolize sugar slows down. So what might feel like a light snack at 60 could behave like a full meal inside your system, especially if your kidneys are already working harder or if you're on medications that affect electrolyte balance, like diuretics, heart pills, or blood pressure meds. This combination, sugar before bed, plus slowed digestion, plus mineral imbalance, creates a perfect storm. And once those nerve signals start misfiring, no amount of stretching or hydrating will stop it in time. The only real fix: prevent the imbalance from happening in the first place. By choosing foods that stabilize blood sugar, support magnesium levels, and promote muscle relaxation, you can avoid the cascade altogether. But we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's bring this down to earth. Because nothing makes this clearer than what happened to a man named John, a 68-year-old retired postman who thought he was eating healthy every night. Until 2 a.m. leg cramps became a regular part of his life. John was 68 years old, a retired mail carrier from Ohio. He'd always considered himself healthy, still walked every morning, kept up with light gardening, and rarely missed his weekly poker night with friends. But lately, something strange had been happening. At first it was once a week, then every couple nights. Around 2:15 a.m. without warning, he'd wake up with a sharp stabbing pain in his right calf. The muscle would seize like a knot pulled too tight. He couldn't stretch it, couldn't move. All he could do was breathe through the pain and wait for it to release. The next morning he'd feel sore and drained like he hadn't slept at all. "I thought maybe it was the cold," John said to his wife. "Or maybe I'm just getting old." He tried more water, took magnesium supplements, even bought a foot roller off the internet. Nothing worked. That's when his daughter Linda suggested something odd. "Dad, what are you eating before bed?" John blinked. "Just the usual. A banana and a glass of milk." "Why?" She hesitated, then said, "I read that certain nighttime snacks can actually trigger cramps." John didn't believe it at first. "I mean, bananas are good for potassium, right?" he said. "And milk's full of calcium. That's what muscles need." But Linda insisted he keep a sleep and food journal for 1 week. So he did. Every night before bed, he noted what he ate and what time. Then tracked his sleep and whether he had cramps. Here's what he found. Nights when he had a banana and milk before 10 p.m. cramps. Nights when he skipped the snack, no cramps. He didn't want to believe it. It seemed backwards, but the pattern kept repeating. Curious, he made an appointment with his doctor just to rule out anything serious. The doctor ran some blood work. Magnesium and potassium were technically within normal range, but slightly on the low side. Not low enough to be dangerous, but just enough to disrupt nerve function, especially during sleep. John, the doctor, said, "It's not that bananas or milk are bad. It's the timing and how your body responds at night." He explained that the sugar in the banana combined with the lactose in milk caused a late insulin release. That insulin spike temporarily lowered John's magnesium and potassium, which in turn increased his chance of cramping around 2 to 3 a.m., exactly when it had been happening. The doctor also reminded him at John's age, digestion slows. What seemed like a light snack was actually triggering a chain reaction inside his system. Linda stepped in again. She suggested John try a different bedtime snack for 1 week, a soft-boiled egg, and a handful of pumpkin seeds. No sugar, just muscle support, she said. John was skeptical but agreed to give it a try. And by night 3, no cramps. By night 5, he slept straight through. After 2 weeks, John couldn't believe the difference. He woke up with energy again. His legs didn't ache. He even started going for longer walks, something he had stopped doing out of fear the cramps might return. His takeaway: it wasn't about cutting everything out, he told his neighbor. It was about eating the right things at the right time. John's story isn't rare. It's the story of thousands of seniors who are unknowingly sabotaging their sleep and muscles with foods they think are safe. But the good news is, once you understand the cause, you can change the outcome. And that's exactly what we're about to do next. Because now that we've exposed the real problem, it's time to show you the foods that actually prevent cramps, instead of causing them. So let's take a breath. Because here's the real truth. Your body isn't failing you. Your legs aren't weak because of age. And you're not cursed with just another senior problem. You've simply been eating the wrong thing. At the wrong time. That's it. Nighttime cramps aren't just about dehydration. They're not just about cold weather. And they're not a punishment for not exercising enough. They're about one small habit that throws off your body's mineral balance right before sleep. It could be the sweet snack you thought was harmless, Or that glass of milk you believed was helping your bones. Even fruit, if eaten at the wrong hour, can backfire. But don't worry. You don't need to give up all your favorite snacks. You don't need to fear every bedtime bite. You just need to eat smarter. Because the solution isn't complicated. It doesn't come in a pill bottle. And you already have it in your kitchen. In just a moment, we're going to show you 3 simple foods that help your muscles relax, balance your minerals, and give you the deep, cramp-free sleep you deserve. Let's take a look at what you should be eating before bed. 1. Soft-boiled egg, the gentle night healer. Let's start simple. One of the most powerful ways to prevent nighttime cramps is also one of the easiest foods to make. A soft-boiled egg. Now, why an egg? Because it's packed with vitamin B12, vitamin D, and choline nutrients that play a key role in calming your nervous system and keeping your muscle signals stable during the night. B12 supports nerve conduction. Choline helps your brain and muscles communicate properly. Vitamin D strengthens your muscles and bones, especially while you sleep. But that's not all. Eggs also provide complete protein, which helps your muscles repair while you rest. And when they're soft-boiled, they're gentle on digestion, won't cause bloating or heartburn, and give your body exactly what it needs without any stress. So how should you eat it? 1 soft-boiled egg 90 minutes before bedtime. You can pair it with a small slice of toast, or even with the next food we'll share in just a moment. Just 1 egg, and your body gets the signal, time to relax, time to heal. 2. Pumpkin seeds, nature's muscle relaxer. Now let's talk about something small, but incredibly powerful. Pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are one of nature's best sources of magnesium, a mineral your muscles need to relax properly. Without enough magnesium, your muscle cells can't turn off. They stay tense. They spasm. And that's when the cramps strike. But magnesium isn't the only gift pumpkin seeds bring. They also contain zinc, which supports nerve function, and tryptophan, a natural amino acid that helps your body produce melatonin, your sleep hormone. So together they help you sleep deeper and wake up without that painful jolt in your legs. But here's the key. You have to prepare them right. Raw pumpkin seeds can be hard to digest, especially for seniors. So here's what to do. Take a small handful, about 10 to 15 grams, soak them in water for 6 to 8 hours, then lightly roast them, no added oil, just a dry pan. Enjoy them about an hour before bedtime with a glass of warm water and a pinch of sea salt. This combo not only supports your muscles, it gently restores the minerals you've lost during the day. 3. Ripe kiwi, the sleep-soothing fruit. It's green, it's soft, and it might just be your new bedtime friend. We're talking about ripe kiwi. This humble fruit does something special. It contains natural serotonin, a compound your body uses to create melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Kiwi is also rich in vitamin C and vitamin E, which fight inflammation and support nerve health. And yes, it contains potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that play a big role in muscle relaxation. The best part, kiwi is gentle on digestion, which is important at night when your system slows down. Just 1 ripe kiwi, not cold from the fridge, about 60 minutes before bedtime, can help relax your body and smooth your transition into deep sleep. It's a natural way to soothe your nerves and reduce the chance of those painful midnight cramps. So now you know 3 simple foods that can change your nights. But before we move on, let's clear up one final misunderstanding that's holding many seniors back. Let's pause for a second. If you've ever blamed your age, or the cold weather, or even just bad luck for your nighttime cramps, you're not alone. Most people do, but the truth is much simpler and more hopeful. Because what's really happening isn't about aging or weak legs. It's about your body's mineral balance and what happens to it after dinner while you sleep. You see, your last small meal of the day, what you eat before bed, sets the stage for how your muscles behave all night. Eat the wrong thing, and your body struggles to regulate potassium and magnesium levels. But if you eat the right thing at the right time, you give your muscles the support they need to rest, recover, and relax. You don't have to give up your favorite foods forever. You don't need fancy supplements or new pills. You just need to know when to avoid the wrong foods and when to add the right ones. And coming up next, we'll show you exactly how to combine these 3 foods into a simple, soothing evening routine. One that's helped countless seniors sleep through the night free from cramps, tension, or pain. Let's get practical. So what should you eat before bed if you want to keep leg cramps away? The answer is simple. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You don't need to stop eating your favorite meals. All you need is a light, smart combination of foods about 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. Let's break it down. Combo 1. The classic bedtime pair. 1 soft-boiled egg plus 1 ripe kiwi. This combo gives your muscles everything they need. The egg provides vitamin B12, D, and choline, which help your nerves and muscles communicate calmly. The kiwi delivers natural serotonin and vitamin C, which help relax your body and improve sleep quality. It's gentle, it's filling without being heavy, and it only takes a few minutes to prepare. Tip: boil the egg just until the yolk is soft. Eat it warm about an hour before sleep. For the kiwi, choose one that's soft and ripe. Don't eat it cold. From the fridge room temperature is better for digestion. Combo 2. For sensitive stomachs. 1 small plain yogurt plus 10 gran soaked pumpkin seeds plus 1 slice of ripe kiwi. If you have digestive issues, this combo is easier on the stomach but still powerful. Yogurt offers natural calcium and probiotics. That supports digestion and smooth muscle function. Soaked pumpkin seeds are packed with magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan. They ease tension in your muscles and calm your nerves. And again, kiwi adds that serotonin boost to help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. How to prepare: soak the pumpkin seeds in water for at least 6 hours. Then dry roast them lightly if you prefer a warm crunch. Mix with yogurt top with a slice of kiwi and enjoy slowly. Combo 3. The fast fix. Half a soft-boiled egg plus 1 handful of soaked roasted pumpkin seeds plus 1 glass of warm water with a pinch of sea salt. This is for nights when you're tired and just want something quick but effective. The egg still gives your nervous system support. The seeds provide key minerals that prevent cramping, and the salt water helps restore your electrolyte balance without needing sugary sports drinks or supplements. Pro tip: drink the warm water slowly just before lying down. It helps with hydration, and the sodium helps your cells hold on to magnesium and potassium better. Why? These work at night. At night, your body moves into repair mode. Digestion slows down, and your cells start rebalancing fluid and minerals. That's why eating a big meal too late can disrupt sleep and trigger cramps. But eating a small, focused meal like these keeps blood sugar stable, supports mineral absorption, and allows your muscles to relax fully during deep sleep. So the next time you're tempted to grab cookies or fruit late at night, pause and ask, is this helping my muscles or setting me up for another cramp at 2 a.m.? Now that you know what to eat, let's hear from someone who made this simple change and saw life-changing results. Her name is Marlene. She's 72, a retired school librarian. Sharp mind, warm smile. But for years, her nights were anything but peaceful. She used to joke with her daughter, "I fall asleep like a baby, but I wake up like I'm under attack." Around 2:15 every night, the same thing would happen. Her calf would seize up, hard, tight, painful enough to make her gasp. Some nights she'd hobble to the kitchen. Other times she'd just lie there waiting for the pain to pass. She tried everything: magnesium pills, stretching, electric leg massagers, drinking more water during the day. But the cramps kept coming. Her daughter Amy finally said, "Mom, let's take a real look at your routine." So Marlene opened up her habits. And one thing stood out. Every night at 9:30 p.m., she'd have her usual bedtime snack, a small bowl of granola with dried banana slices and low-fat milk. "It helps me sleep," she said. But Amy had seen a video from her doctor's newsletter that explained how certain bedtime foods, especially those high in sugar and low in magnesium, can trigger nighttime cramps. So they made a small change. Just one change. Instead of the granola and dried fruit, Marlene began eating a soft-boiled egg, a few soaked pumpkin seeds, and half a kiwi. That was it. No supplements, no expensive gadgets, just real food at the right time. And the result? On the fourth night, Marlene slept through the night. No cramps, no gasping, no limping to the kitchen. By the end of the week, she had gone 6 nights in a row without a single muscle spasm. She couldn't believe it. "I feel like my legs finally got the memo," she joked over breakfast. And the best part, her energy during the day improved. She said she felt less foggy in the morning, more willing to go on walks again. Even her balance felt stronger. It wasn't magic. It wasn't medication. It was food given at the right hour with the right nutrients to support her aging body. If Marlene's story sounds familiar to you, just know your nights can change too. In the final part of this video, we'll tie it all together and leave you with one powerful reminder. You are not powerless against leg cramps. Let's finish strong. So let me ask you something simple. What would it feel like to lie down at night and not worry about being jolted awake by pain? What would it feel like to drift off, stay asleep, and wake up in the morning with legs that feel steady, strong and pain-free? You deserve that kind of rest. Because nighttime cramps aren't just painful. They steal your energy, your peace, and your confidence. But now you know, they're not random. They're not just a part of getting old. And they're not something you have to live with forever. Sometimes, it's as simple as looking at your bedtime snack. One food, even a seemingly healthy one, can quietly trigger muscle cramps by disturbing your mineral balance. And just as easily, one good choice can help your muscles relax, recover, and recharge overnight. So if this video gave you even one helpful insight, do us a favor, hit the like button to let us know. And if you'd like to keep your legs stronger longer, consider subscribing to Better Health. We post videos just like this with practical solutions, clear explanations, and a caring voice to guide you. Now, before we go, leave us a quick comment below. What do you usually eat before bed? Have you ever thought it might be affecting your legs? We read every comment, and your story might just help someone else sleep better tonight. Thanks for being here, and until next time, sleep well, stay strong, and keep walking forward one steady step at a time.